Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today in support of my bill, which would designate the post office in Fairview, Illinois, as the Sergeant Douglas J. Riney Post Office. Sergeant Riney, who died on October 19, 2016, of wounds received from hostile enemy forces in Kabul, Afghanistan, lived a life dedicated to service. After he graduated from Spoon River Valley High School, Sergeant Riney became a volunteer firefighter with the Fairview Fire Protection District. He was known as a man who could always be counted on by his community, a man who felt a calling to public service. And so he joined the Army, entering active duty in July of 2012. Sergeant Riney was deployed as part of Operation Enduring Freedom from July 2014 to February 2015. In June of 2016, he was again deployed to Operation Freedom Sentinel. As part of the support squadron, 3rd Cavalry Regiment, 1st Cavalry Division from Fort Hood, Texas, Sergeant Riney excelled at his work. Throughout his time in the Army, Sergeant Riney was repeatedly recognized with commendations, including the Purple Heart, the Bronze Star, and the Army Commendation Medal. At home, Sergeant Riney lived with his wife Kylie and their 2 children, Aaliyah and James. He was survived by his loving family, his father and his stepmother, Dave and Christy Riney, his mother and stepfather, Pam and Don Boland, his brother Jeff and sister Stacy Budd, 2 stepbrothers, Bryce and Cole Vaughn, and 1 stepsister, Ashley Heron. On the fateful day of October 19, 2016, our nation lost one of its finest, and the community of Fairview lost one of its best. The naming of the Fairview Post Office is just a small token of our appreciation for Sergeant Riney, who made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation. While we can never fill the hole left in the family, the Fairview community, or the nation, I hope this post office will serve as a proud commemoration of a man who dedicated his life to serving others and as an inspiration for those who just hear his name. On behalf of the hardworking men and women of the Illinois 17th Congressional District, I will never forget the service of Sergeant Douglas Riney, and we will always honor his sacrifice. I thank my colleagues for the consideration of this bill, and with that I yield back.
Gentlelady from